What's up, guys? Today we're going to do our week 10 hive inspection. It's July 12, 2020. So we'll open them up and see how they're doing. Some bees on the top cover. So it's taking them a while to come up to the top, but they're finally coming up and drawing out all this empty foundation, and they're filling it up with the sugar syrup. I just filled them up 2 days ago, so they should be good on sugar syrup. Just go ahead and break all these frames loose and we'll pull them out and check them out. Alright, this first frame's getting nice and heavy. And just filling it up with sugar syrup, just slowly drawing out all the comb on it. I got this other side, I'd say, 75% cap. They're still working on the middle right there. The second frame is nice and heavy. Same thing, it's almost completely capped with sugar syrup. I'm looking down in these cells to see if there's any larvae or eggs in there. And it doesn't look like it. It looks like they're just backfilling all the cells with sugar syrup. Saw a little emergency cup. It's right here. I'm just making sure there's no egg in it. Yeah, it's an empty emergency cup. They're just filling it up with sugar syrup. Let's check the other side. The other side is completely capped. Honey. Very heavy frame. Looks like there's a little swarm cell on the bottom. Right here. And it is empty. I'll go ahead and take that completely off. Okay. They're storing this sugar syrup pretty good. Okay, capped honey on the third frame over. This side they're still drawing it out and working on filling it with sugar syrup. next frame is still light. They're drawing it out pretty good all over the whole frame, and they're filling it up with sugar syrup. This side they're still working on drawing out. I just have this portion here drawn out. Still got all this left to draw out, but making progress nonetheless. No work being done on this frame yet. Oh, they're drawing out this portion, but I still got a lot to draw out on it. Next frame, nothing but sugar syrup here. They're having a hard time drawing that out. This is an old frame, and I think all the wax came off, so it may take them a little longer than it should, but no problem. Next two frames are nothing and nothing. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and take the top box off and we'll get into the bottom. I busted a little spot of their honey, but the first frame is just pretty much nectar. It looks like they're moving some out. It feels lighter than it normally is. They may be making room for the queen to lay. Same thing here, just a little capped honey up top, nectar in the bottom cells. But like I said, it's they're pulling this nectar out, and I think they're moving it up in the hive in order for the queen to lay. Next frame is a new one. I think I put it in here last week or the week before. Not really drawing it out yet, but that's good. Next frame, they got a little bit of capped honey up there, starting to draw out some of the rest of the comb. Same thing on this side, a little capped honey and nectar. Still have to draw the rest of the frame out. This fourth frame is heavy. We got capped honey all around the edges. In the middle, they're starting to fill up the cells with sugar syrup. On this side, we got same thing, except a lot of empty cells. Trying to see in these cells to see if they have eggs. Sun went behind the clouds. See one larvae in that cell. Couple larvae. Yeah, I'm looking and I'm not seeing any eggs yet, so we'll keep on looking. It looks like they're backfilling all these cells with sugar syrup. Same thing here. No eggs. Oh yeah, a couple of eggs. Very few eggs. They're deep down in those cells right there. So, we know the queen's here and she's still laying. Like I said on my last video, it's my 10th week of being a beekeeper, so I like to look at the frames and see what I can see. Learn a little bit more as I go. Not seeing very many eggs. Yep, not many eggs or larvae. Couple larvae. See a couple eggs in those cells right there. But not very many. Yeah, so this frame has eggs all throughout it. So she's still laying a good bit. Getting into the early part of July, so I guess she's gonna slow down a little. Yep, this frame is loaded with eggs. I see eggs in every cell that I'm looking at. Got some larvae on this side. A little bit of bee bread up at the top. There's a little emergency cup right here. And there's no egg in it, so that's good. It's a pretty light frame. It's got some bee bread and some capped honey on the edges. I'm looking down in the cells and I'm seeing eggs. Little emergency cup right there. It's empty. This frame is nothing but bee bread. All those cells right there, it's all bee bread. Which is good. That means they're still bringing in a lot of pollen for their brood, to feed the brood. Same thing on this side. Nothing but bee bread and capped honey. And there's another emergency cup right there. Just scraping some of this propolis off the frame rails. Got a little bit too much. It's allowing too much space in between the frames. Tenth frame has capped honey and bee bread. This side is nothing but capped honey. Trying to scrape some of this propolis off again. Okay, I think that'll do it. Didn't see the queen, but we saw plenty of eggs. Another thing I didn't see was I didn't see very much cat brood, but like I said, there's plenty of eggs. So in about 7 to 10 days it'll be capped. Go ahead and throw this frame back in. That looks good. Go ahead and smoke them down and put the top back on. Go ahead and make sure these frames are spaced correctly. There we go. I have to put this little stick in between the top and the inner cover. There's a little airflow through. Alright, that's the end of the week 10 hive inspection. Looking good, queen's laying good, and they're storing a lot of sugar syrup for the summer. I'm gonna say it's a summer dearth, but a lot less nectar flow. The privet's gone, the tallow's gone, so we just got a couple things blooming right now. But anyway, they're looking good. Thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all on the next one.